Bang! Neves Knives. I'm Jared. My lovely wife Kara is busy, and in this video we're going to check out some knives that I just drool over. Knives that I think would be amazing to try, amazing to have. I know some of them are not very realistic. A lot of them are pretty realistic, but you know, maybe a little bit out of my price budget. And I'll possibly do another video like this of knives that are a little bit more affordable that I would love to try and check out or own. But let's check this list out of knives that just, you know, that I would just love to check out. All right, guys, so here we have the Ruike baby machine. Now, I tried the Drop Tashi Barucha Prism, and that's what made me kind of look at this knife, because it was never on my radar. And the Drop Prism, when I got it in hand and tried it, it was just so nice. And Ruike, I believe, also made that. I believe so. Anyways, so this is, you know, basically just a better version of it, whatever you want to call it, bigger version. But the baby machine, once you get them in hand and you flick them, the reverse flicking action is amazing. Super useful blade shape. They're comfortable in the hand. I've never tried this one, but man, I'd love to. It looks amazing too. Let me just say, most of these knives aren't any particular order. I love and would like to try all of them, but the last couple, anyways. So this is the Kaiser M Stealth. I seen this on Everyday City Carry podcast, and it looks so cool. I've never tried it. It was never even on my radar. I don't remember seeing it until I seen it on there. And it just looks really cool. Looks like a super useful knife. Looks like you can get nice and close to the blade. Good looking blade shape. And yeah, it just looks really cool to me. And these things I think these things are like $160 or something, reasonably priced. Okay, now here we have the Ruike Iron. And this is the one with the studs. Now, I probably would rather have the flipper version, just because the ones with the studs kind of look out of place. Here's the flipper version. I like flicking more than I like flipping, but for some reason the studs just look out of place, and this one looks a little put together a little bit better. And yeah, I love it. It looks like it has great ergos, great blade shape, super useful. I'd love to try one of these. Looks amazing. And then this is the Liang Ma Field Duty, was it the EDC? So I was in love with the Liang Ma Field Duty, and this is basically just a smaller version of that and a more affordable version. So it's more compact, and you know, ever since I tried that Field Duty, I loved the Field Duty. And so this thing just looks amazing. You can see it comes in a few different versions. You know, the G10 carbon fiber, and I think a black G10. But yeah, it just looks really cool. I bet you it's very useful. I don't know how much I'd like it, but I would imagine, I bet I'd love it. Now here's the actual Field Duty. This is the one I did try and fell in love, guys. I knew I was gonna love it before I tried it. I tried the Altai version. I actually modded it for the person that sent it. That's why I got it. It was one just like this, and I love this knife, guys. I love this knife. I absolutely love this knife. This knife's amazing. It's a big knife. Don't get me wrong, it's a big knife, but a damn good one. Okay, so now this is the Liang Ma Eraser. So this just looks cool to me. It looks like a great EDC knife, something that would just work really good for EDC use. I've never tried one. Obviously, none of these knives on this list I ever tried, except for that one I just showed, the Field Duty. But it just looks super useful. Looks like it'd be a great utility cutter. It looks like it'd be comfortable in the hand. Liang Ma does an amazing job with his knives. And then you can see this one's a little more dressed up. Looks pretty good. It looks really good. It just looks like something that would be a great EDC knife, and man, I'd love to try it. The ergos look amazing, and like I said, Liang Ma just does amazing work. I love his designs. So the top one is probably the one I like the most, but you know, obviously the carbon fiber with titanium bolsters, whew. You know, I mean, really, it's kind of hard when you choose to pick which one when you're looking between stuff like that. I'm wondering if you can reverse flick it though. I'm guessing it's tough, but I bet I could do it. bet I could. All right, next up we have the Liang Ma Zulu. This one, it looks so simple. It looks incredible to me. I love the green micarta version or the brown micarta. Either one, they both look beautiful. It looks super simple. You know what it kind of reminds me of? A super high-end Civivi Elemenum. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And just super simple blade, nice hollow. Looks like it's super comfortable in the hand. Not too big, not too small, just perfect EDC shape, size, and everything. And I would love to have one of these. It would be incredible. I'm really liking Liang Ma's designs. Okay, so now this one I'm kind of starting to pull away from a little bit because I know it's more of a dream than anything. This is the Roosevelt by Oz Machine Company, and you can get them as dressed up as you want. They start out at about $500 for just the standard titanium version, but if you look at these, like look at this one, I love that black and blue titanium. I think it's like a Timascus or something, and it looks so beautiful, so beautiful. Here's a raw titanium one that would be like the starting out version. To me, I'd want like a stone washed version, just all stone washed. Unless if I could afford getting it dressed up, then obviously you're gonna get it dressed up. But just a raw, like one of these, I mean, that's the sky's the limit though when you start dressing these up. It's not like you can just say, oh, I want a dressed up version. No, you're gonna pay for it. And you know, it's really hard to get. Getting on this guy's books is nearly impossible, and I know that. That's why, you know, it's just one of those things. Next we have the Koof. Okay, so now this is one I really like. I know it looks like a Teletubby and I don't care. I know it. So ever since I tried that Field Duty, this thing, it's just kind of like, it seems like very, very similar, obviously, except for now you have reverse flicking action and top flipping action. I bet that top flipper works awfully good. I bet it does. And then open, it looks amazing. It looks like it would work, like super useful. I know it has like a kitchen knife look, but you know, who doesn't think a kitchen knife isn't super useful? And then here's all the versions it comes in. I really like the micarta and then the all-tie version. But yeah, I would love to try one of these. You see how expensive it is, $395 for one of these. But yeah, Liang Ma, man, he does amazing work. Amazing work. Now here, this one was never on my radar. This is the Liang Ma SDC, the Slim Daily Carry. I never seen it before, and then when I was looking through some knives, I seen it, and yeah, it looks cool. I mean, it looks like it's super useful. I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about it. It might not even be that great, but it looks cool. I'd love to try it out for sure. Okay, next we have the Wee Malice. Oh man, I've always wanted to try one of these. I already know I would absolutely love this knife. It comes in a couple different configurations. I think it's always titanium. Wee does amazing knives. I love basically all the Wee knives I've ever tried. I don't think there's one I don't like. And I know that this is one I would love. It just looks amazing. Very Ferrum Forge, and man, I love it. Shout out to Knife Center. That looks amazing. What an amazing picture. Knife Center, yeah, check out Knife Center. They definitely have some cool knives. They are a knife distributor. And then now we have some of the big dogs on the list. Whew. Medford Praetorian Slim. Oh, man, I was wanting this before it ever even dropped. When I heard that this was coming out. So they have the Swift, which is an automatic version of this. Then they have a flipper version, and then they have basically a Spidey flicking version. Here's the flipper version right here in the Tonto. They have a Tonto and a drop point. I personally like the drop point the best. Now between a flipper and a flicker, I wouldn't care which one. I think I'd like the flicker better than the flipper, but I don't know. You know, I feel like if the detent was the same and I could flick it just as easily as without the flipper, then I wouldn't care. Now this right here is the Slim Midi, and I would love to try one of these. I've always loved the Slim Midi. It just looks amazing to me. So I kind of like, it doesn't really matter which one, but I feel like the or I think personally, I would like the Praetorian Slim a little better than the Slim Midi, but I don't know because I've never tried either one of them. And I know a lot of people are going to argue, oh man, you're so nitpicky with lock bar access, and these knives have horrible lock bar access. They might. I don't care. I really don't care. Trust me, I don't. I want it so bad. I want to try one of these so bad. I would love to have one of these. It just looks awesome. And they have very thin blades, and I love the thought of a Medford just being done in an ED sealable package, nice thin blade. And yeah, I love it, man. I absolutely love this knife. I would love to try one of these. They look amazing. And I think I would rather have this version, just the raw titanium version, but really it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'd take the blue one. Give me a hot pink one. I wouldn't care. I love it, man. Oh, it just looks so awesome. And you know, they have such solid build quality that I already know this is one I would love. I might not like the lock bar access. I'll get over it. I'll get over it real quick. So here we go, guys. Whew. The Hinder Skinny Sheep's Foot. So this would be the 3.5 inch. I was just talking about this knife with somebody else, and not gonna say any names, but man, is this an ultimate knife or what? I love the sheep's foot blade that Hinder has, and I think one of these three would be like the ultimate, you know, because if you look, those are titanium scales, or at least they look like titanium scales. And that would be the ultimate version, in my opinion, just a solid titanium. And these are skinny too, so these aren't as thick as the regular Hinders. These are gonna be a slimmer version. So just a slimmed down version of the 3.5 inch tri-way sheep's foot. I've never personally tried the sheep's foot, but everybody knows, if you watch my channel for a while, you know I love sheep's foot blade shapes. I love drop points too, but man, this sheep's foot blade, it just looks so useful. It looks like you could do utility cuts. You got the belly for slicing. You got plenty of area for push cuts. You got a beautiful choil for sharpening and to get up nice and close. I don't think they make any without the flipper. That would be really cool if they did it. They had a flipperless version, but I don't care. The flipper version would be just as good. I love it, love it, love it. I think it would be so amazing. One of these knives with, yeah, with the sheep's foot blade, man. In my opinion, I think that might be the ultimate Hinder knife. The sheep's foot blade. The skinny version, I don't know if that would be better than the regular version, but man, I'd love to try it. It just looks so amazing, and yeah, I really like Hinders. Yes, I would love to see them done with a hollow grind, but regardless, that doesn't stop them from being just a badass knife. I love the Hinder knives, and I love you guys. Peace out.